Hello, hello, hello. This is your professor. I'm sure you are missing class. All right, so here's a quick recording to make sure you understand what you need to do for your education plan in preparation for next class. So, again, if you want a reminder on why we're doing this, the goal here is to create a long-term game plan, something that clearly puts us where we want to be 1 year, 2 years from now. For some of us, we'll be able to plan all the way till we complete what we set out to do here at Palm Beach State. Here's the link to the video. Now, just as a heads up, this link is only good for watching it on campus or with the newest version of Microsoft Suite. I am sending out a YouTube version, which will be a lot easier to watch. So remember, in preparation for Monday, your goal is to complete steps 1 and at least to get the right paperwork to start step 2. All right, so it's definitely complete step 1, which is pages 2 through 4, and at least start collecting the right paperwork for step 2 to get ready on your draft. That way you'll use your time efficiently on during the next class. So under scheduling, this is pretty straightforward. I feel confident you can figure that out. Just got to answer those questions. Do not leave this question blank. I do want to hear what are other scheduling considerations you need to think about. Examples: work, family commitments, so on and so forth. Please list all of them in this box. This section, feel free for now to leave blank. So this whole section right here, feel free to leave blank for now. We will bring some clarity to this part regarding some changes that are happening in the college. Most of them will affect most of you, so leave this blank and we'll make sure we clarify what courses and what your options are for next semester, especially for those students who originally were planning on taking the next level of developmental classes. All right, for this question, I'm generally asking when it comes to scheduling or things like that. Any questions regarding when you should graduate, what classes you should take next? Are there any prereqs you need to consider? I want you to look up someone's name. All right, so think about this critically. Who at the college could help you with these kinds of questions? And you may potentially be meeting someone like that during your next class. So you might want to write down their name, their phone number, their email. I want you to be able to convey to me that you know how to get that information. All right, so whether you're looking on the website or because you watched the video that's at the top of this, the link that's at the top of this this document. So for graduating, again, if you're watching the video, if you're just searching the web, please find the answers to these questions. For this next section right here, I'd like you to share with me if you do know what program are you interested in. Are you seeking an AA, an AS? And by this point, you should know the difference. If it's something different, please indicate here. So for this part, most students get confused. So I'm going to give you an example in a second here, but please read this section carefully and answer these 2 questions. If you can't figure it out or if you can't find it on the web, please be ready to ask on Monday or Thursday, depending on when your next class is. So for this box right here, do not leave it blank. I want you to think about this. I'll give you an example. If you're an AA student and you did not have to take any prep courses, then the answer to the first question, which is how many classes are you required to take to earn your degree? So if you're an AA student, you need 60 credits. Most classes are worth 3 credits, so the number would be 20. I need 20 classes to earn my AA, which that would equal to 60 college credits. So the next question asks approximately how many classes do you plan to take each semester? Let's assume you answered that 4. I plan to take 4 classes a semester. So therefore, as a result, how many terms will you need to take? Well, if I'm taking 4 classes a semester and I need to take 20 classes total, it's just simple math. 20 divided by 4 is 5, so I need to take 5 semesters, right? 4 classes a semester would equal 20 classes. Therefore, the last question is based on that information, when will you graduate? If I started in fall this semester, that's fall, spring. Let's assume I'm taking 4 in the summer, or at least 2. So it's 2 in the summer, 4 in the fall. I'll have 2 left the following spring. So then I would simply answer that last question. I plan on graduating in spring of 2015. That would be your response if you fit this particular example. But again, we're all going to be different. So just, depending on your program, if you're AA, it's at least 20 classes. If you're taking any developmental classes, it'll be more. So just write the right number down here and then figure out the rest. All right, simple stuff. So for this section, you're going to have to definitely get on the web because you need to find out. Well, you'll answer the first part on your own. When do you plan on taking classes next? Most of us are going to take classes in spring of next year. So that would be spring of 2014. Believe it or not, already here. You're going to have to look up when the earliest date you can register. Remember, that is on the academic calendar. So on the Palm Beach State website, just look up the academic calendar and you'll be able to find that date. And then from here, I'd like you to write down the date that would be 2 weeks prior to that. You'll probably figure out that it's pretty soon. Do not ignore these questions. All you have to do is think about it, right? 2 questions. A, how will you decide which sections professors to sign up for? Just think critically about that. What are some things you might consider? What are some tools out there that could help you? And number 2, can you meet some of them, your professors, prior to signing up to the class to maybe see if you mesh with them or they may ask some questions to find out if they match up with your learning style. So for pacing, just read carefully. In a given week, it's going to ask you some questions regarding credit hours. This will help you figure out how many credit hours you'll be taking a semester, and that will help you figure out about how much time you should dedicate to how much time you should dedicate to those classes. This is a little sample chart. So as an example, if you're taking 12 classes, if you're taking 4 classes, that means you're taking 12 credit hours, keeping in mind that most classes are worth 3 credit hours as an example. So here's a little sample. 4 classes at 3 hours is 12 credit hours. So that would be your answer in that first box. And then again, I trust that you can do the rest on your own. Just move on to the next question. Multiply that number by 3. The example shows you right here. 12 times 3 at that point is 36. So on and so forth. I feel confident you can figure that part out. So last but not least, you're going to get to this page. Now, depending on whether you're an AA student, an AS student, or seeking another certificate or program, the information you need is going to be different for your next class, in preparation for your next class. Make sure you go ahead and collect the appropriate documents. This document has been emailed to you, and I'm also going to include this in these links to an email. So once you get the message that prompted you to watch this video, you'll have it'll also remind you to check your email, and you'll have all these links in your email for easier access. As an example, if you're an AA student, you need 2 things: your AA general education sheet and the transfer guidelines according to the major you're thinking about. You can find both those documents using this link. So you can either type it in or you can go to your email and just click on it. It'll take you to the right page. So as a reminder, your goal is to complete pages 2, 3, and 4 using the video in which Greg Giroux, one of our advisors, completed for you. Again, the link was sent to you on your phone and to an email. And to have the right paperwork ready for you, or ready for the next class session with the advising session. Keep in mind, guys, the more you're ready, the more efficient you utilize your time. And for a lot of you, you'll basically be 90% done by the time you leave the next class session. If you don't have this done, then you're going to be lost and you're going to get very little done and most likely not do it correctly. So please be prepared. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Have a great day or night, depending on when you're watching this. Remember, it's a video, so if you need to go back, just go back and check out the section that maybe I went through too quick. And if you have any questions, please be prepared to ask during the next class session. All right, have a great day. Bye.